Breaking news. 5 congressmen were shot in the U.S. Capitol. There are reports that 5 congressmen were shot in the United States Capitol, and the suspects are identified as Lolita Lebron, Rafael Cancel Miranda, Andres Figueroa Cordero, and Irvin Flores Rodriguez. The 4 suspects were all born on the island of Puerto Rico, and they represented the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party, which is a Puerto Rican independence group. The 5 congressmen who were shot were Republican Representative of Michigan Alvin Bentley, Democratic Representative of Tennessee Clifford Davis, Republican Representative of Iowa Ben Jensen, Democratic Representative of Maryland George Fallon, and Democratic Representative of Alabama Kenneth Roberts. The problem with this breaking news story is that this occurred on March 1, 1954, and when the media and political parties in America are trying to fool you with January 6, 2021 as being the worst attack on the U.S. Capitol, then they must have forgotten about the 1954 attack, which is not even taught in American school systems. In the January 6, 2021 attack, none of the congressmen were shot or injured, but in the March 1, 1954 attack, 5 congressmen were shot, and they all survived. But the 4 Puerto Ricans did more damage in the Capitol in 1954 than the 2,000 white men did in 2021. The perpetrators were convicted and sentenced to 25 to 75 years in jail, but their sentences were commuted by President Carter. The White House reported, "The president today granted clemency to Andres Figueroa Cordero, convicted in 1954 along with 3 other Puerto Ricans in connection with the shooting and wounding of several congressmen. The president commuted his sentence to the time served. Mr. Cordero has terminal cancer. The president commuted Mr. Cordero's sentence on humanitarian grounds because of his physical condition. Mr. Cordero was convicted of assault and conspiracy to overthrow the government and was serving a 25 to 75 year sentence. He would not have been eligible for parole until 1981. The commutation order, which is not a pardon, was an act of clemency on the part of the president. Mr. Cordero was expected to be released from the Federal Medical Center for Prisoners at Springfield, Missouri, within 24 hours. All of the victims and perpetrators have all passed away, but the cover-up of American history still remains. The 1954 attack isn't mentioned by media outlets. It's not mentioned in American school systems, and it isn't mentioned by the political parties who want you to believe that January 6, 2021 was the worst day in the U.S. Capitol or in American history. The cover-up of this attack is to make sure that nobody in America gets any ideas to follow up with any copycat attacks. And it conceals the vulnerability of the American government, who are trying to portray themselves as the boogeyman on planet Earth.